everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Katrina and I am currently 36 weeks pregnant, and today I thought I would share with you what I have packed in my hospital bag as well as what I have for home birth. Now you might be asking why I'm doing both, but if you're doing a home birth you definitely want to have a hospital bag just in case. So I have this hospital bag both for if the baby were to come prior to 37 weeks, or if something were to happen and the midwives decided that it was best to go to the hospital, I would already have a bag packed. Now, because this bag is a backup, emergency, worst case scenario type bag, I am definitely not packing as much as I would if I knew I was going to the hospital. Now, having said that, this is my second baby. I had my first at the hospital, so I did pack a bag that time, and I really found that I probably used a quarter of what I packed. So even though this is just like the bare basics, I probably wouldn't pack a lot more if I knew I was going to the hospital. As far as the home birth stuff goes, it's my first time doing a home birth, so everything is new to me, but I have a list from the midwives as to what they want you to provide, as well as items that they have provided for me. So I'm going to show you first the hospital bag and what I have packed for that, and then I will show you what I have set aside for the home birth, as well as kind of how I'm going to set things up when the time comes. So let's start with toiletry type items. The hospital does provide you with a lot of things, so I have a couple of diapers here. Might not even end up using them for myself, as I'll probably use what's at the hospital. As far as toiletries go, I'm going very basic. So we have toothpaste, the toothbrushes. I can't pack in advance, so they would have to be added when we're leaving. Chapstick, definitely need that. Deodorant in a mild scent. Hair elastic. This is a sample shampoo and conditioner, so again, I just like to have something like that along, and probably won't need it, but in case when I'm going home, if I feel like maybe I want some nursing pads, I have them. And I am just putting all of these items, minus the diapers, but all of these items in this bag here, so I don't have like little small items rolling around in the suitcase. Now, in regards to clothing, I am packing stuff for my husband as well. So he has got a set of pajamas and a change of clothes. And I have also a set of pajamas and a change of clothes. I've gone with something that I can use for breastfeeding as far as pajamas go. Just like a button-down nightgown. So if I do decide that I want to get out of the hospital gown, I can do so. And this tank top is a breastfeeding-friendly tank top. I will be wearing a breastfeeding-friendly bra, so I don't need that packed. And then, in regards to what we're taking for the baby, so I have got 2 swaddle blankets. I have wipes, diapers, Vaseline, a hat, scratch middies, a couple of outfits, and I'm going to put all of that, well, what fits, in here. So again, I don't have the little items rolling around, and if I'm instructing my husband on, finding something, it's a lot easier to give him directions. Then I just have here a couple of snacks. So I've got some granola bars, trail mix, hard candy, in case I wanted that during labor. And I also found that having Gatorade or Powerade or something like that was really nice during labor last time. So just to give you an idea, that is all that I am bringing in my emergency backup hospital bag. I will be packing all of it just in like kind of a gym bag, trying to keep it as organized as possible, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So as you know, we are planning a home birth, and I wanted to show you guys what we had to prepare. This list and the things that we're doing are based on what our midwives in our area have told us. So if you're having a home birth, it might be different than this, but at least this would give you kind of an idea of what you would need and sort of what's expected when you're preparing for a home birth. So obviously there's going to need to be a spot where you have the baby. What we're thinking is going to be the bed. So we have one sheet already on, and prior to having the baby, the idea is we're going to use this as a layer to protect those sheets, and then put a shower curtain over top, and then another layer of sheets on top, another fitted sheet on top. So it's going to be the good sheets, then this one, then your shower curtain, and then sheets that you don't care that much about. So, I mean, the idea is to still be comfortable and to have sheets, but that you can pull those off and still have your mattress protected, as well as sheets to sleep on once you've had the baby. So that's how the midwives recommend doing it, and so that's what we're going to do for this birth. Now, in regards to the pillows, I've got some pillowcases that I don't care if they get wrecked, and garbage bags, and what we will do is we will wrap the pillow in a garbage bag and then put on pillowcases over top of that. So hopefully that's enough just to protect the pillows. We also have a stack here of 6 towels. That's how many they asked for. They are clean but not new, so that way if they get wrecked, that's not a problem. I also have a bin here that has some Gatorade in it, Depends, different medications, so like anti-nausea medication, pain meds, and some candy and treats. So this is just stuff that, like, some stuff was recommended, some stuff I just want to have on hand. Some other items they wanted to have on hand is some washcloths, a large bowl, and paper towel, and flashlights that obviously have batteries that work in them. They also need to have garbage bags for cleanup. Obviously, I also have those for the pillowcases, so I've already got them. In our case, the midwives also send you home with a container of stuff that they will be using. I don't really even know what's all in here. I figure it's sterile. I don't want to touch it all. But you can see it's a lot of medical type supplies that are already here for when we need them. They've also requested to have a surface where they can set up the newborn resuscitation area and their equipment and all of that. So this dresser here, when the time comes, the items that are on it will just be put in the crib. And so that area then will be clear for them. And they need a plug close by, so there's a plug right next to the dresser, so they should be set that way. Now, as far as the baby goes, I have a hat here for the baby. I have receiving blankets. I also have diapers and wipes and Vaseline and all of that kind of stuff. Obviously, we won't need all of that the second the baby comes out, but when we do, you know, in regards to the diaper, that kind of thing, it's also just right here. So another thing I've done is put a note on the fridge just about what items to bring if we have to go to the hospital, as well as the phone number for the midwife that we need to call when I go into labor. So hopefully that gave you some insight into what you need for a home birth and how much setup is involved. I mean, considering that you're having a baby at home, you don't really have to do a lot. It's just that there's variables and a lot of things that maybe are hard to collect and put somewhere in advance. But once you've got those things together, I think it's not so bad. And a couple other things that the midwives want. They give you some medicine to keep in the fridge. So I've got that in there. They want to make sure they've got parking, lit up area to come. They want clean spaces to work, enough room to set up everything. I think pretty much just common sense, really. They'd like you to have some easy snacks there, and really that's about it. So a few other little things that I'm doing that really are not necessary based on home birth or anything like that. They're just a few things that I did with my last pregnancy/birth and found that they worked, or at least I think they did. So I am doing that again this time. So I just wanted to share those with you and hope that that helps you as well. So prenatals, I think that's pretty basic, you know, people take those. But what I did find is the chewable ones don't make me nauseous. And I don't even have to eat these with food. They don't bother my stomach. Whereas before, I used to always get nauseous and I hated taking my prenatals. Honestly, I can't remember what the science is behind this or if there is any, but they say dates are good prior to delivery. So I'm going to be eating dates. Did that last time and it seemed to work, so I will do it again. I figure it can't hurt to have some dates. I am also drinking this raspberry leaf tea. Again, supposed to be helpful in delivery, so you're not supposed to drink it all through your pregnancy, but towards the end. So I'm starting this at about 37 weeks. It does say you have to drink quite a few a day for it to be helpful, so I'm really just aiming for 2 or 3 glasses of raspberry tea a day at this point, and if I can do that, I figure that's probably good enough. I also have my birthing ball here. I did find it nice to sit on and just kind of bounce when I was in early labor, and also for the weeks leading up to the birth of the baby. I actually used to sit on that ball, and it was so hot, like the week or 2 prior to when Levi was born. I would just sit on that ball and bounce in front of the air conditioner for like hours at a time. It was comfortable for me. I think it was good just to keep the baby in position, keep me feeling kind of limber, and also just helpful in keeping me cool. I also, with my first, walked for miles and miles and miles. Like, I kid you not. Every night prior to being due, so I'd say about maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks before I started taking long walks, I would just walk farther and farther and farther. I was like, I am walking until this baby comes out. And you know what? I think it was good for me. It kept me in shape and definitely helped with a shorter labor. So another tip that I have, which I feel like is just common sense, if you can make freezer meals, make freezer meals. But if you can't, make sure you have easy food in the house, whether it's frozen pizzas and fries and chicken or whatever. Just make sure you have easy things in the house, and then make a list of what you have and put it on your fridge, because baby brain is real, and you'll be like, okay, I want to eat, but I can't remember what we have or what we've used. So if you make a list, you can check it off as you go, but then you have ideas of what to have as well as those easy items in the house. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new, I would love it if you would subscribe, and you'll see what happens next in regards to this baby being born. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!